Don't count the days. Make the days count. Float like a sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see. Now you see me, now you don't. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. You don't have to be in a boxing ring to be a great fighter. As long as you are true to yourself, you will succeed in your fight for that in which you believe. I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting, because they're the only ones that count. There are no pleasures in a fight, but some of my fights have been a pleasure to win. The fight is won or lost far away from witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before I dance under those lights. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. The man who has no imagination has no wings. The greatest victory in life is to rise above the material things that we once valued most. Wisdom is knowing when you can't be wise. If my mind can conceive it, and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. It isn't the mountains ahead to climb that wear you out, it's the pebble in your shoe. Bragging is when a person says something and can't do it. I do what I say. I'm young. I'm handsome. I'm fast. I can't possibly be beat. We can be brave without fear. It's lack of faith that makes people afraid of meeting challenges, and I believed in myself. A man who views the world the same at 50 as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. I wish people would love everybody else the way they love me. It would be a better world. It's hard to be humble when you're as great as I am. Impossible is not a fact. It's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration. It's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. I know where I'm going and I know the truth, and I don't have to be what you want me to be. I'm free to be what I want. Live every day as if it were your last, because someday you're going to be right. It's not bragging if you can back it up. If you even dream of beating me, you'd better wake up and apologize. I try not to speak about all the charities and people I help, because I believe we can only be truly generous when we expect nothing in return. The only thing that matters is submitting to the will of God. I am the greatest, I said that even before I knew I was. What you're thinking is what you're becoming. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. My only fault is that I don't realize how great I really am. The best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up. Put yourself out on a limb, like me. Rest but never quit. Even the sun has a sinking spell each evening, but it always rises the next morning. Age is whatever you think it is. You are as old as you think you are. To be a great champion, you must believe you are the best. If not, pretend you are. Even the greatest was once a beginner. Don't be afraid to take that first step. Champions aren't made in gyms. Old age is just a record of one's whole life. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. I know I can learn to hit without getting hit. I should be a postage stamp. That's the only way I'll ever get licked. What keeps me going is goals. My principles are more important than the money or my title. I've never let anyone talk me into not believing in myself. I'm no leader. I'm a little, humble follower. When you want to talk about who made me, you talk to me. Who made me is me. The critics only made me work harder. My wealth is in my knowledge of self, love, and spirituality. Hating people because of their color is wrong. And it doesn't matter which color does the hating. It's just plain wrong. Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see. Rivers, ponds, lakes, and streams, they all have different names, but they all contain water. Just as religions do, they all contain truths. You lose nothing when fighting for a cause. I'm the most recognized and loved man that ever lived, 'cause there weren't any satellites when Jesus and Moses were around, so people far away in the villages didn't know about them. If you lose a big fight, it will worry you all of your life. It will plague you until you get your revenge. A rooster crows only when it sees the light. Put him in the dark, and he'll never crow. I have seen the light and I'm crowing. I believe in the religion of Islam. I believe in Allah and peace. It's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. Truly great people in history never wanted to be great for themselves. All they wanted was the chance to do good for others and be close to God. All I can do is fight for truth and justice. I can't save anybody. He's a science fiction character, and I'm a real character. When you can whip any man in the world, you never know peace. It's funny, but those who hate me the most sometimes inspire me the most. I don't trust anyone who's nice to me, but rude to a waiter, because they would treat me the same if I were in that position. I'm the greatest thing that ever lived. I'm the king of the world. I'm a bad man. I'm the prettiest thing that ever lived.